In the wake of the deadliest mass shooting in our country's history, today experts are showing us what you should do in an active shooter situation. So we're going to bring Paula Tutman in. She is live at Oakland University's campus talking with the experts, and this is unfortunately a conversation we need to have now. So unfortunately, we would be prepared if something like this happened in our backyard.
And you know what, Karen, they actually do this training on this campus quite a bit. I do want to tell you that they did this particular session just for us and our cameras. We were able to tell people that we were using a fake gun and that we would be using balloons for gunshot sound effects.
We're at Oakland University for active shooting survival training. This is a workshop that's been taught on campus more than 200 times, and today they've added an element for us, a live simulation. Up to this point, we've been in class for more than an hour, glued to Chief Mark Gordon of the Oakland University Police Department, who's our expert.
If it can happen at Umpqua, it can happen anywhere.
He gives us 3 takeaways. Train your brain. Have a plan, get trained, so when panic sets in, knowledge has a chance to take over. Be more brave than afraid. In an active shooter situation, that shooter means to kill you. So you have a better chance of surviving if you are proactive than if you freeze. If you're going to die, die fighting to survive. Tell yourself you will survive. Make that declaration so that your brain starts mapping out strategies. If you think you hear gunshots, treat them as gunshots until you have reason to believe otherwise. If the sound of shots are close, don't bunch up in a huddle.
Human beings tend to huddle together into groups for emotional support in a life-threatening situation. If an active shooter breaches that door and makes it in, and you got 15 people in that corner, and you got one here behind a desk, and you got one over here behind a desk, where do you want to be? You want to be the one by yourself.
Do spread out and turn off anything that might make noise, especially a cell phone. Get away from doors and windows, turn off the lights, and try to make yourself invisible.
Lay down. If you can possibly get low, lay down.
And all of a sudden, I finally got to my spot, and I looked up and he was there, and it was that fast. I could not believe how fast it was.
Most rooms are drywall. Bullets go through drywall like butter.
If the gunman comes in, fight. Fight for your life.
You pick up chairs, you pick up backpacks, just like they showed in the video, books, whatever is hard, whatever will hurt, and you throw them at them all at the same time. All right, there he is. There he is. Go.
In our simulation, we used plastic balls to simulate computers, staplers, anything we could throw. But once we distracted the shooter, we only had seconds for someone to take advantage of his surprise, to disable him and injure him.
You know, I can tell you this, the training was absolutely spellbinding. There really is a lot to it, so stay with us because coming up at 5, obviously we're on a college campus, so we need to talk to you about barricading 101. Why you barricade, the best way to barricade, the way to work as a team, but also we did a live stream on my Facebook page, Local 4 Paula Tutman, and we actually showed you a huge chunk of this training because we know it is so important for you to have a plan in place before you need it. Hopefully you won't need it, but you need a plan in place before you need it. And so do check out that video. It was spellbinding. Karen?
It really is a frightening lesson. Paul, I thought you brought up a really good point in the fact that humans tend to go in a group. We tend to go together, and that's exactly what we should not be doing.
Absolutely. And you know what? So try to get away because he's looking for the most people to shoot. So you try to get away because he's looking for that group, and then you might actually be able to buy yourself some time or even find some time to attack. We talk about that at 5.
All right, and we'll check out your Facebook page as well. Thank you, Paula.
Please do. Thank you.